Hello friends, welcome to my channel today. Today we'll talk about Blast and how it enables APIs. Now when people come to crypto blockchain, most of what they know about is a platform like CoinGecko. So when you talk about CoinGecko, you go there, you talk about price data, you can see on-chain what a token is doing, which exchange has the highest volumes, and you can see all those data from CoinGecko and all that. Now another thing people know about these things like Etherscan, maybe somebody, you want to see what is happening on the blockchain, or somebody sends you money, you've not received it, you can now talk about, or you want to track a wallet or and all that. Now that is for things like Etherscan. But do you know that you can do much more with blockchain data? Now, current solutions that we have in the market, we have things like Infura. So if you are a developer, you want to do more. So things like Infura has been there for a while. So they help you get this data, and then you can connect to their endpoints, and you can start building. You can see they have over 400,000 developers, and projects like Coin base wallet and all that are using this project. The project we're talking about today is the Beware Labs project, and it has a suite of tools that you can use. So let's talk about Beware Labs. So Beware Labs is a company that is offering different products to help those who are building in the space build better. We have the BlastAPI we'll talk about later. They have faucets that you can use to connect easily as a developer and get the required amount of tokens you need without plenty restriction and all that. If you are trying to sync your blockchain, if you're a validator and you're trying to come in the space and help with validating the network, you can connect to their snapshots real quick. You can see something like this. You can see the data. It's just a few days ago. You can download this data and you are good to go. And then you can see this with other networks and all that. The next product they have is app chains. So if you are trying to build an application specific chains on things like Polygon or on Avalanche subnets, you can see it here, Avalanche subnets and all that. You can get in touch with them. They will give you dedicated services like enterprise, validator, dedicated RPC faucet and all that, and you can build. Now, I told you they offer many projects. They are also validators, so you can delegate. They have $300 million, and then 10,000 delegators. You can see the networks they are validating on, and you can come here and stake your tokens with them. So you can see a lot of network, the graph, Polygon, Moonbeam, and all that. Now, another thing again is that they also serve as bridge operators. So if you want to bridge your tokens through this platform, you can see the Avalanche bridge, the bridge, Connect, Azila, Beamer. They are all using this Beware product. Now, but let's focus on the BlastAPI for today. So the BlastAPI, you might be asking, what is it all about? So if you let's understand what is an API, and then what is an endpoint. So an API is basically a system of communicating between two, a method of communicating between two systems. So let's say, for example, this is a product, and then this is a product, and then this is another product. Now this product needs to get some things from here. So the method to which this product can transmit whatever data or request to this product here is what we call the APIs. And now a very simple explanation will be, so a very good example is when you go to the restaurant and you want to eat. So let's take, you see this lady with a pen. So when you come, you sit down, and this person comes to you and say, Sir, what do you want? Now, they are not the ones serving the food. Now, they say, you tell them, I want XYZ. So you give your request. So you are the app now. You give your request to this person. And then this person relays the request back to the kitchen and says he wants this and that. And then they prepare that. Now, the kitchen cannot come and give you the food. So they will use people like this to come and deliver whatever you ordered for. So this person that you see that comes and takes the request and comes and serves the request is what we call an API. So, enough of that. So, APIs are very, very unique things, and they are very, very marvelous in how they work. So, let's talk about the Blast APIs. So, they provide a lot of endpoints, and when we talk about endpoints, you might be saying, what is an endpoint? An endpoint is simply for an API. An endpoint can include the URL area of a service or server. When an API interacts with another system, the touch point of this communication considered endpoint. I know that each endpoint is the location from which API can access the resources you need to carry out their functions. So that's for that. And then the APIs from Blast, I know that has been used for networks like Google Terminal. If you come here and you are reading about the testimonials from CoinGecko, you will see when they actually talked about Google Terminal. So it's actually powering it. And then you can see some of our strategic partners. I already talked about things like this. White label validators, the services they provide at Beware Labs. So let's focus on the BlastAPI. So let's see some of the stats, because stats matter. Because whatever I'm telling you, if you want to be asking, what is the statistics like? Over 18,000 endpoints. Do you imagine that? Over 10,000 developers are using the network. Developers, we're not talking about users and developers. The people that are building the software that we need. And it's amazing. Total API calls is over 104 billion. Average daily calls is over 520 million. That is amazing. And in the last 24 hours, we're talking about 572 million calls. So that tells you that this is a network. So you might be asking questions, what is this BlastAPI and all that? Now, this is something that has been, when we're talking about it today, it has been functional. A lot of networks have been live. I know that. If you want to connect to something like, let's say, Binance BNB or any of the, choose any network, you can use their public RPC points. Like the last time we were talking about MetaMask was censoring some transactions from certain places and all that. You can simply come and add it to your MetaMask. So I can simply come here and add it to my MetaMask, and then I have another endpoint. So even if my MetaMask is censoring, because MetaMask has their own default RPC point. With this, like MetaMask was censoring people from Venezuela and all that, with this, I'm able to still connect to the blockchain. Those who have testnet data and all that, you can see the average calls on the network and all that. So this is something that has been functional for a while. So they provide a lot of data, like I said. So what is the benefit of using Blast? Increased performance and response rate, because they now have a decentralized means. There's no more in-house by just the Beware team. Now they are bringing a token called, as we'll talk about in tokenomics. They have a token. I know that's what the token will be used for. I know that. So they have So when they bring this thing into the system, there's increased performance, immediate availability. There's no technical requirement on you. It supports multiple blockchains, as we've seen here, over 40 blockchains that are supported. You can see it from there, even Scroll, Base, that was recently launched, Avalanche, Nova, and FMOS, and all that. And you can get an endpoint. You can become a node provider if you want, and you are good to go. So the network is something that is really, really amazing. It's not something you want to toy around with. They have plenty work that you can actually connect to. So why not start using the products of Beware Labs, BlastAPIs, like I talked about, and they have a good pricing. Just imagine, for example, for their free tier, you have access to 12 million calls per month for free. That's amazing. And then at $50 per month, which is affordable, you have 20 million. At $250, you have 80 million. Then you can talk about enterprise stuff. So even if you don't have much, you can try this and then you get started, and then with time you come into the service. So you can see the people are actually using this network. So guys, that's a brief about the BlastAPI and then the Beware Labs. So you can come in, sign up as a network provider. The network will soon launch in a few days time or a few hours from now, and mainnet, and you can come in, stake infra tokens, and be a validator, or as a validator, or as a delegator. If you don't have the resource or whatsoever, you can be a delegator to these networks and be serving data, because data is very critical. We cannot build the decentralized feature on centralized infrastructure. So that's why it looks like this are actually needed. I hope I see you using this network, because this network is about to take Web3 experience to the next level. Thank you very much for watching.